Hey everyone, how you doing? Just getting another video post out to you, breakneck speed. What has it been? As far as I see, 1 day short of a month since my last post, and I know I've been, harping on this whole thing about consistency, and so, well, I'll tell you now. I've learned one hard lesson about consistency, and that is just to, really stick to it. Otherwise, you get out of the flow. So, I mean, my current thing is just really pressing record and posting videos up to YouTube. So, I mean, it's as easy as things can get. So, I mean, it doesn't matter how busy I am. Really, I can record for, 10 minutes and post a video. It does take a little longer than that. There is a bit of workflow even for these short videos. By the way, I know that I'm glitching here, that this video is not actually perfect. I was looking at the temperature of my system, and it's kind of there's the core temperature is in the 70 plus degree Celsius range, and so it's I think that that has a bit to do with it. It's a few hot days these days, and tonight it's a little bit stuffy, and I'm running the fan there, but I got to keep the window closed to because there are kids playing out in the backyard, and so just they make their own noise. So those are the challenges with recording a video. In any case, here I am with my 11th. I know I had this goal to do 10 posts, and so I did, and they were spaced out by 2 days each, and so and then my 11th came out after a month. So I was doing a bit of research, obviously. With this, especially with the editing software, this DaVinci Resolve, in trying to learn it, it's not it's fairly intuitive, but it's not easy. Let's say for people that don't have any experience. And I mean, I have some minor experience in video editing, but only insofar as stitching together a few cuts and that type of thing. Don't know much about color correction or any of the the sound. But during that whole process, I found that my computer is probably needs a bit of an update. And so to update a PC, you kind of if you wait long enough, then you basically have to update the whole thing. So I'm just looking at inexpensive ways to bring myself up to snuff for this type of work. There's video editing, and then there's all sorts of other work that I'll need to do on this same computer. So I just want to make sure that it's good enough for all of those things. But I mean, if you spec up a computer for video editing, then it should be good for almost anything else, even a little bit of gaming. So another thought I was having is whether I want to go the Linux route. Now I'm running Windows 7, and I bet you that's part of my problem with my current setup here is that I've had this install, and I have certain audio software that won't run on or wouldn't at the time run on Windows 10, so I never made the upgrade. And I haven't really been using that audio software lately. I mean, a few of them I have, but now my thoughts are I could go the Linux route. Um, Now, to use that as my primary desktop would take it is a little bit of a learning curve in itself. I mean, I do have a CentOS build in my living room, and that's just under my kind of my theater area where my TV is, and I use that kind of while I'm laying on the couch to surf or watch. You know, watch Netflix, or to do a bit of programming, that type of thing. That's for that purpose. And so to make it for my main PC and to run that as my main video editing machine, I know that it can be done. In fact, there are plenty of people doing it, and I'm kind of excited to try. But unfortunately, that takes time. And really now, if I want to be consistent, um, maybe it'll be the name of this video here. That'll be the title: consistency. Then I gotta keep things moving, keep recording, pressing record once in a while, and keep a system up for keeping making sure that this workflow continues. In any case, uh, I will be making that change to my computer system soon. Buying a few parts. I know that AMD. I don't know how technical I'm going to go into this this thing, but AMD has this these Ryzen series of chips, and one of the chips are looking good to me right now, and are pretty impressive specs, and so I'll see what that will bring me if I do make the dip. It's I mean, it's not extremely expensive. In fact, it's fairly cheap to make a video editing machine these days compared to, let's say, a decade ago. So my challenge also, I was after doing a bit of thinking, is like, what type of topics will I be covering in these videos? And I think, as I'm learning, there's, and I get to know certain things about this whole video posting thing. Why not just, make videos about that whole process? I wouldn't be the first one. There's plenty of them. So, some people may enjoy this format a little bit better, or let's say just want to watch like a whole bunch of different people's takes on the whole video editing thing, or on the whole YouTube posting process. So actually, I just in OBS I found there's a way to kind of show you this. Here's actually my channel. So this is I'll just start on the dashboard view, and you could see it didn't always look like this. They changed. YouTube did change within the past year the layout of their whole YouTube Studio site. So this is my own personal channel, so my channel, Jangyman. So latest video performance, so there's my 10th post, and you can see ranking by views, it's 5th of 10, and you can see which one was my best, was my actual first post was my best one. So good to know that I'm making progress. So the views for this one, 18 impressions, and impression click-through rate. I find this very interesting. So impressions, first of all, are how, YouTube's recommendation of your video to other people, not just your subscribers. So the impressions click-through rate is 20%. So for those people that they've recommended this video, 20% of them have actually clicked on the recommendation, which is actually pretty impressive. I find that impressive. I just made like 10 quick kind of posts, and I'm glad that at least it's making some kind of impression. I think a lot of people, first of all, on that whole thing about my first post being the most popular one, a lot of people like to see people's first posts, and so I imagine that's a popular topic, and people might even enter that into the search field in Google and come up with something like this. So an average view duration, almost 4 minutes. I think that's pretty impressive also. I mean, that people would stick around and listen to me yammer on for up to 4 minutes is pretty, I hand it to you all. So, and these other things are just really, you have your news and your creator insider. These are, YouTube's kind of recommendation for creators, and I do like that they've organized their content like this, and their homepage like this. I watched a few of these creator insider videos, and they're really, YouTube really wants us to succeed. They have and not necessarily just because they care for us individually. They do care about their making money off of us, and so they do, but they do want us to succeed as in putting this content out, and getting views and long kind of views. They want people to spend more time on YouTube, as much time as possible. So they they try and help us out. And you'll see that in different ways. So in the next area, there's the videos view. So that shows all my videos, 1 through 10. I did, it's my first achievement was posting 10 videos, and now I'm on the 11th. And so that's, that now I have to have some other goal. So here you can see, you once you hover over them, you can edit the details, you can view analytics, comments, and view the YouTube itself. So, you view the video itself, and then there's other options. So that's for the specific video. So now this is basically a duplication of other items here, other than the edit button. But you could see playlists, analytics, comments, etc. for your channel. These are for the specific video. So you can see I made everything public, no restrictions, and you can see to the day, every other day I was posting. So and 100% likes on all of my videos. So wow, you guys are really, charitable. So on the playlist side, I have one playlist. I actually made playlists were kind of I was wondering how to use these. You just in its base form, you just create a title and you group a bunch of videos. They don't even have to be your own videos into a playlist, and people can watch your playlist, and that's all good. But tapping into the whole concept of YouTube channel, and it kind of aligning with channel on TV. And what is a channel on, your traditional TV channel for all us old schoolers? It has a bunch of different programs, a bunch of different series. And so YouTube has actually arranged that, or let's say they're tangling with that same concept. So you can have something called a playlist, but that playlist can also be a series. And what does that really mean? If you go in, you could see that not only did I create a playlist with a name and put a bunch of videos in there, I arranged all my videos into this series, and the series can have a description, and there are other options that open up once you make it to the 1,000 subscriber, 4,000 viewing hours kind of goal. That for YouTube, they allow monetization at that point once you make 1,000, once you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours. And a bunch of other, let's say a bunch of other options open up to you. So that's that view. I'll just keep going. So we have. Oh wait, sorry, I clicked on that again. So analytics. So they actually offer a lot of insight into activity around your videos. So this is all about your channel, and you could look into analytics for a specific video and see why a specific video is doing well or not well. So you could see, these are not impressive numbers for other channels, but I just started this. Well, let's say I just started posting on this channel, so you could see kind of the patterns, and when you release a video and you start seeing that the views happen in around that time. And a few things that you have to think about is when to, you can actually tell YouTube to release your video at on a specific date at a specific time. And so when is that? Let's say a lot of people in general may watch YouTube in their free time, and maybe that's Saturdays and Sunday morning, when they just get up, they're having their coffee or whatever it is, and before they go out and do whatever it is that they're going to do over the weekend, a lot of times they're watching YouTube. Also, during the weekdays after work, around 5 or 6, they may be wind down with a bit of YouTube. So I did actually do a tiny bit of research on this, and I may just release this video on now it's Sunday evening, but I might release it on Monday after the work day. So we'll see how that goes. And so the reason that's important is if it comes into people's suggested list, they'll see it at the right time when they have time to watch it. And so to me, it makes sense to release your material at certain times, not right away, because people might miss it. So this is the overview, the reach, engagement. There's a lot of you just need to take some time if you ever make your channel and start posting. Take the time to understand what these analytics mean. Let's look at engagement. I know that there was one view in particular. Actually, has more to do with, well, here, I'll go to the revenue. And so my amazing revenue of $0.00, that's not surprising because I haven't reached the level where I can, enable monetization. And that's really the ability to run ads through, Google's AdSense. They run advertisements during your videos. I think you have the option for 8 minutes and above videos that they run ads. So, and it could be more than one, or it could just be the one, and where they place it. Now, I'm sure you've noticed in watching YouTube that they ask you for your choice. You want to watch these ads right up front, or do you want it throughout the video? I usually have them scatter it throughout the video. I don't mind sitting through the ads. I'm not going to block them. So comments. So that just shows the comments. Actually, the comments that I haven't responded to, and that you could choose on how you want to contains questions. Who knows? No, that I haven't responded to. No, that's just refining the filter. So, anyways, those are different views and shows you the different comments that were out there. Subtitles. So this is where you can add subtitling to your videos. I imagine that's a bit of work. I don't know how much. Maybe there's an automated way of doing subtitles and in different languages and that type of thing. But I've never delved into that. Monetization. See, you could see there's nothing here. It shows me how many subscribers I have and how many is required. So they put it, pretty bluntly how. And I'm actually surprised that it says 9 public watch hours. I thought it was 1.2, like in my my dashboard said. But 9, that's already, I'm pretty amazed by that. Audio library. I find this to be pretty interesting. They actually give you a choice of free music. So it's all organized by genre and mood and etc. You can search for different types of music. I'm sure that you've heard of many of these because other contributors have used them in their videos. So I'll play one, and probably have to go in because it's ambient. There you go. So there you have it. A bit of ambient music. So that's free to use, free to include in your videos. I don't know anything about it. Maybe I'll dabble in that over the next few videos. And so they have sound effects too. There you go. There's 50 caliber shells dropping. So wherever you may need that in your videos, it's there for you to use and for free. So and that's basically it. I mean, that's the view. Here I'll switch back to our full out webcam view. So that's a bit of a brief overview of the YouTube studio. I may do little things like this where it's just like as I learn, I'll share with you what I've learned, and that may be useful to some people interested in doing it for themselves. And I've already been asked by a few people to do stuff like that. Show me how to post a video. Maybe the posting process will be my next video. And for this one, you just got the tour of YouTube Studio. So there's some incentive to watch the next one. So if you can, leave a little like, and I'm sure I'll post like a couple of video recommendations up here. So I'll talk to you all next time.